Okay, so on to the next Skip the Line reaction, man. This is Radiohead, Street Spirit. Now, obviously, I do know Radiohead, and this is from Tom Bredesen, so thank you very much for the Skip the Line reaction. I appreciate it. And you said that this one's from 1995. Okay, I know that this is kind of in that area. I know Radiohead. I haven't heard much of their discography, to be dead honest. It wasn't really my kind of genre of music back in the day. And I've never heard this or reacted to this. Street Spirit, Radiohead. Let's see what we got. Let's go. Liking the guitar.
Rows of houses all bearing down on me. I can feel the hands touching me. All these things into position. All these things are one day swallow whole.
I'm loving this guitar though. I actually love that representation in the video with the actual person, sort of like in that choreography piece where it's almost like free, right? So big jump. And I don't even know what you would call the dancing term for that, but I know that there's a ballet term for that. But it's a very freeing movement, and then sort of playing that into the dragonfly, you sort of coming down to him as well, right? I'm sure that has a huge tie into this video. I'm just trying to figure out why. Loving the guitar in this.
This machine will not communicate these thoughts and the strain I am under.
This machine will not communicate the thoughts and strain that I am under. So it's basically talking about his own brain. But now, I'm not entirely sure. It says Street Spirit and then Fade Out. I'm not entirely sure if the song itself is called Fade Out. But when he's talking about fade out again, I like that, but he's playing into that where I kind of feel like this is just a song of hardship, where he's saying it's like it's fading into hard times and then fading out of hard times, right? So it's like fading into a good space and then fading out into a bad space again, right? And then it's like my brain, just this machine, can't really sort of connect with these hardships all of the time and doesn't really know how to deal with it all of the time, right? So it's a very sort of debilitating feeling where it's like he yearns to be free. That's where the tie-in of the actual dancer who's sort of pirouetting in the air, being all free, right? And the dragonfly as well, right? Dragonfly representative, obviously, of dragonflies sort of hover above water the entire time, right? And he could be that. It's like, I want to be above the water. I don't want to always be below the water and trying to keep my head above the water. I'm not entirely sure if that's the real definition you try to draw out of the video over there, but that's kind of where I'm going with it in my head.
Watch out for a circle before we all go under.
I like that. I like the whole representation, right? The whole the depiction over here. Face your fears. Face your trials and tribulations. I love the fact that they're actually showing this as a young boy who's scared, right? Scared of this vicious creature, right? Which is a Doberman. And the representation is he's going to face his fears face first as opposed to running away from it, right? Because that's what essentially will make him a strong man that can tackle the world and all of its problems, because we can't shield people from all of their problems in this world as much as we think that we can. We think that we, are being compassionate by trying to put bubble wrap around everybody. And what we're doing is we're actually destroying everybody, right? Under the guise of compassion. Oh, shame, 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 shame. There's a saying that says you got to be cruel to be kind, because the world is fucking cruel, all right? That ain't ever gonna change. The world's not gonna change for you. You ain't gonna create no fucking utopia. Face your fucking burdens, right? Pick them up off the ground and fucking carry them. I will say this again and again and again and again. The world is not going to fall in line with your insecurities. Build yourself to be stronger. Face the beast, right? Run into that fucking storm as opposed to away from that fucking storm. Because no one fucking cares. Nobody fucking cares at the end of the day. I know everyone's searching for somebody to sit there and say, oh, it's all going to be okay. No one fucking cares. If you don't care for your own life, no one cares. Nobody cares. Right? Fix your life for you, not for others. Let's go. Stone cold killer over there, bro. Stone cold killer, bro. Look at his face. It's like, yeah, bro, I don't care, bro. It does help the dog's on a chain and what seems to be quite a secure pipe in the ground. Because that chain breaks, I'm not entirely sure he'll be so stone cold. I love the representation of the video, man. Although those are very freeing movements in terms of all of these dances, they're all in black though. So there is a sense of mourning and there's a sense of depression being depicted by that, right? But it's kind of also showing like there is some joy. You can find some joy in the dark times. You gotta look. You gotta find it deep, right? And those are the kind of things that are going to keep you going. Those are the kind of key things that are going to keep you moving forward. I love also the representations of the caravan, because the caravan means that you're never static, right? It always means that you're moving somewhere. And sometimes you'll land in a beautiful place and sometimes you won't land in a beautiful place. Again, I'm not entirely sure if that's meant to be part of the overall meaning of the song, but that's what I'm sort of deriving. Scream as they fight for life. I can feel death, can see its beady eyes. All these things into position, all these things are one day swallowed. Entirely sure if the representation of that boy was him when he was younger. It's kind of trying to be like, I was strong when I was younger, but as I grew older and faced all of these trials and tribulations, it's kind of weakened me a little bit. Because if you look at the way he's sitting on the seat, I just want to show you over here, this over here, right? So you've got like the locusts and you've got the bugs that are coming for him, but because he's so strong and so strong-willed, his strength is actually a repellent to a certain degree. Look at how they all sort of die in front of him without those bugs even touching him. Just watch. Check how many bugs have actually died there by his feet, none of which have touched him, right? So it's almost like his strength as a child was a repellent to all these bad things, and as he grew older, somehow his insecurities and somehow adulting to a certain degree has kind of eroded at his strength, and he's not as weak as he's not as strong as he once was, right?
If I can feel death, could see its beady eyes. All these things into position, all these things are one day swallowed.
See, over here, I'm not entirely sure if he's referencing his past over here. I'm not entirely sure if this man is... At first I thought this was blood, but it actually is not. It's actually oil. What it seems like oil. Could be blood, I'm not entirely sure. The video's in grayscale at the end of the day. So I'm not sure if this is trying to represent also abusive family, and that's the kind of thing that sort of haunted him. Abusive father, possibly. I'm not sure, right? This is all speculation based on the video. But this over here... So him stepping away to, this old man trying to throw oil on him. This old man trying to sort of like dirty and sully his, I don't know, you could say reputation at the end there, but actually just him, his image, essentially. Right, trying to dirty that. So he stepped away from that. So it's like I was able to remove myself from this situation, but somehow it still affects me. Right, and it affects me not because of what's being done to me right now, because that no longer has any sort of effect on me now, but it's what it did to me when I was younger, right? And what I saw when I was younger, that's what's sort of like poisoned and polluted my life. And also the referencing of oil, if that is oil, is actually quite a good one, because it's almost like, if you do get dirty with oil is hard to clean off. And it's almost like these hard times are hard to shake off. I'm not entirely sure. My mind is running everywhere with this, okay? So I could be very wrong. I'm just trying to sort of see how we think. So I think he is kind of referencing his childhood. I think he's kind of like a bystander over here, fly on the wall, if you will, and sort of just reliving and repainting this image for you, essentially. Love the fact that, he, like, again, sort of like breaking that glass house that he's in, right? Breaking that glass, so that he can escape these walls, right? And then going from that imagery straight into that very freeing dance over there. So it's almost like he's liberating himself. Very cool. That's very interesting, actually. I really liked that, actually, because I don't really know if any of my sort of hypotheses in this were anywhere correct or accurate, but to sum it all up, I just think it's just, he's talking about his life. He's talking about his just hardships, trials, tribulations of his life, right? And how he was once strong, and he's kind of sort of gotten weaker over the time, and then he replays that for you. And life doesn't change, man. Life is hard. Life is hardships. The travesty of life is something else, you know. And that's what makes life beautiful, man. If everything was easy, you'd have no value for it, man. It's because everything is hard. It's because everything is tough. It's because you have to work for it. Because everything that has value takes this insane amount of suffering and work. Anything that comes easy is no value to it, right? And that's why we're in the situation today, that too many things come too easy for too many people, specifically this young generation. And that's why there's no appreciation for it, man. Do you know what I mean? You guys let me know what you think down below. Love you all. Please stay safe. Stay healthy. Peace.